the girl lazily lying on the ground. Let the water splash wet single dress. The delicate body is hidden. There is a hazy beauty in the light of day. She casually flipped through adult magazines, looked up and saw a strange man staring at himself. The girl smiled sweetly. 100 charm successfully ignited the fire of lust in the man's heart. The desire for love is rekindled. Jack is a college professor over 40 years old. He is still single. In search of inspiration for his new book, he comes to this quiet town for a vacation. During this time he will be staying with Anna. Anna is a widow with a daughter, Mary. She takes a liking to the gentle Jack. She also enthusiastically shows him around the house. Jack saw Mary in the garden, budding. Just a glance he fell in love. He felt his soul was hooked. The rest of the day, he spent all his time watching Mary. Behind the white sheets reflected the young girl's figure. Jack looked a little distracted. He deliberately sat in the path of Mary, and then stretched out his long legs waiting for her to cross over. Even the slightest physical contact can make Jack satisfied. But Mary is really as innocent as it seems. This is her first encounter with a mature man. Mary, who had never been in love before, felt a stirring sensation. High-end hunters often appear as prey. She could feel Jack's prying eyes. Mary begins her own hunt. Deliberately sticks gum on Jack's book when they are alone, stepping on his shoes while delivering food. She even got into Jack's arms in front of his mother. A series of behaviors that Jack cannot resist. Who cannot love a lively and naughty girl? The intimate behavior of the two made Anna extra jealous. She will not allow her daughter to steal a man from her. Anna arranged a summer camp for Mary to get away from her. Mary, who has just gotten into the car, suddenly sees Jack standing by the window, peeking. She broke away from her mother. She ran up the stairs in a flash. She stumbled towards Jack, who was staying in the same place. Mary leapt into his arms. Her legs clamped around his waist. She gave Jack a sweet, girlish kiss. Then she left quickly. The experience just now led Jack a long time back, and Anna also began to take the initiative. Jack married her so that he can continue to live with Mary under the same roof. If he can't be your man, he can be your father. Jack is really a tough guy. The girl sits on her stepfather's lap with her buttocks. The girl's playful words came out of her mouth. The stepfather was flushed by her. The long simmering desire begins to burn. While the two of them were laughing and joking, the mother Anna came up to them. Mary fled the scene as fast as she could. Jack panicked and ate Mary's chewed gum. He knew that this 14-year-old girl had her finger on the pulse of his life. Jack was in love with Mary from the bottom of his heart, although their relationship is fraught with boundaries. But that didn't stop the two from having fun. Jack did not marry Anna out of love. He just wanted to get in touch with Mary right away. Even if Anna offered her hand, Jack was not interested. In order to avoid intimate contact between the two, he secretly added sleeping pills to Anna's food. Over time, Anna notices something unusual. She found Jack's hidden diary. It was full of love for Mary. Anna realizes that she is the clown and she runs away. She was killed in a car accident. Jack feels guilty and happy at the same time. Finally, he could spend time alone with Mary. He picks Mary up from camp right away. Jack arranged a trip. The two arrived at the hotel and arranged for accommodations. Out of selfishness, Jack asked for a room, and Mary didn't object. She played with a cute dog. The dog's owner is a writer of romance novels. The two of them chatted happily. A jealous Jack rushed to take Mary back to her room. His perverted desire to control gradually emerges, although the two are alone in the world. But Jack does not dare to make a bold move. Instead, Mary scratched her head. They finally had the indescribable early one morning. Mary just wanted to taste and Jack is a long time planning. That day Mary wanted to call her mother to check in. Jack knew it was too late and told her that Anna had died. Mary breaks down and cries. Now she has to rely on Jack to live. The two of them set off on a new journey after they had recovered their emotions. They played like a normal couple. While Jack was in the shower, Mary stood outside the clear glass and teased. The two of them seemed to be in harmony. Jack was living the good life. He wanted to control everything about Mary. He even arranges a new school for her. In her rebellious years, Mary is not willing to be a caged thylacine. She wants to get rid of Jack's control and asks him for money by all means, even if it means trading her body for it. Mary decided to save enough money to leave. What this girl has just been through. Her hair was disheveled. The lipstick on the corners of her mouth is very eye-catching. The wrinkled sheets hadn't been tidied. It was obvious she had just finished to work out. The stepfather's anger rose instantly. He would never allow anyone to violate his beloved, but the culprit had already fled without a trace. Angry, Jack pinned Mary to the bed and tore her clothes off. Instead, Mary smiled playfully. This sarcastic expression aroused Jack's desire to conquer, and so he spent the night with Mary as a landlord. Jack is a psychopathic control freak who wants to control Mary whenever and wherever he can. Mary is rebellious by nature, and she doesn't even go to school to escape control. She accuses Jack of killing her mother. Seeing that she was getting emotional, Jack went up and slapped her in the face. Distraught, Mary runs away from the house. Jack searched for days before finding her. At that moment, Mary did not know who was on the phone with. Her happy face made Jack jealous. After she hung up the phone, Mary was a different person. She continued her journey with Jack, but the two of them have been followed by a car. Halfway through the trip, Mary gets a virus so bad that she has to be hospitalized. Jack said hello through the window, but Mary turned her head away. The next day she was picked up by a mysterious man. Jack went crazy when he heard the news. He searched everywhere for Mary, but there was no news of her. The loss of his beloved was so great that he became depressed. He stares at Mary's picture every day, until the day Jack received a letter from Mary. The quiet life is broken again. Excited, Jack followed the address and came over. Now Mary is a different person. Her eyes were dull and she was carrying a big belly. Her life is so desperate that she has to seek help from Jack. Mary said that the person who took her away was a writer. The writer instilled in her the idea of freedom. That's what made Mary think of rebellion. She tried to break free from Jack despite all odds. It wasn't until she met the father of her child. Jack was still in love with Mary. He finally said he would take Mary, but Mary refused. She says that there is only a deal between them and no feelings. Grief-stricken, Jack left the cash and left. He had to find the writer to vent his anger. Angry that without his encouragement Mary would not have left and the rest would not have happened. Out of his mind, Jack shoots and kills the writer, but he has lost Mary forever and will have to spend the rest of his life in prison. Jack spends his life proving his love to the young girl. The story begins with Lolita. The story ends with Lolita.